So we're gonna go and continue with the session today. Today being the 4th of June 2025, 11, it's around 11:10, 11:04, 11:10, 11:15. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the read. I've already done a little bit, not too much, off camera with the pendulum just to check. Now I will go on camera and continue. Okay, so let's just continue over here. I think I told, I was just talking a little rudely off camera, telling some people who are throwing voice around, giving them my opinion. So now I'll have to, I don't know, I hope the spirit world didn't get affected. So today is Rahu's day. Rahu's sun, I didn't check on it. So sun and Mercury. Destiny is the sun, day is Mercury, and the day number is Rahu. So day number is Rahu. The day of the week is Wednesday, which is Mercury. The destiny number is Sun. Okay, so Buddha Aditya, communication of Rahu himself. So in fact, let me tell you what I should be telling you. Very important before I forget. It needs to be recorded. And what we'll do is put it on the channel so there's no confusion as to who is the one talking. Must tell you as much as we remember, because it was a deep state dream. तो राहु का कम्युनिकेशन तो सुबह के टाइम पे हुआ है. क्या वो कम्युनिकेशन था वो हमको दिखाना है. दिखा तो नहीं सकते हैं लेकिन बोल सकते हैं. I can tell you as much as I remember, because I don't remember everything. So there's no confusion in who's talking. I'll put it on my own channel. First and foremost, I just want to tell you one thing. I'm not connected with any association, any movement. I'm also apolitical, more because I'm lazy. I didn't grow up on news channels, luckily, or on the news. When I was working with Times of India, that's the time I had to read the newspapers. I used to, because they quiz you on it. So yeah, it's a necessity, so I do it. But most of the time I stay off the news. So I'm not actually politically skewed, nor have I worked for a large time in the corporate sector. I've been lucky. I've been on my own connected with Shirdi Sai Baba, one way or the other, and more with my own family. It's very limited interaction to the larger world. Having said that, I want to put on record today's dream. So today's dream, I dream of Mr. Hafiz Syed in my sleep. What is the interaction? What is he telling me? I can't remember. But I do recognize him as Hafiz Syed. It's a fact. I swear on God. I saw it this morning. But what exactly was the interaction? I can't remember. The girl or the boy was superimposed on me. He seems like a pleasant man when you speak to him, but it was definitely Hafizad, who I saw in my sleep. Okay? The second dream that I saw baby X, cutie pie that he is, with some version of Elon, but I think that's the mother. A girl shape shifting for Elon. And baby is writing in his book. She's teaching him how to write. So he's writing. He's very cute. He's writing and he's using his crayon to write in the book. So she's trying to get him to learn his letters or alphabets. And so she's telling him her name. It's like, my mom will ask me, so what's my name? Papa's name is what? Mama's name is what? When they're teaching us when we're growing. Okay, write it in the book. Show your alphabets, what you know. Same way, in my dream, she's teaching the little baby how to write in the book, and he's cutely writing. She mentions her name. She has the first name as mine. Her second name is a Gujarati name. So in my sleep also, I'm saying, oh, okay, she's a Gujarati girl. She's actually a Gujarati girl. Either she's Gujarati, Bori, something of that sort. She's a mix of the two, or she's a Gujarati. And I almost immediately remembered I love some particular kind of fritters. So that is in my fridge. Almost immediately I was remembering that. But in the sleep, the name she gave, I don't know whether it was Ansari, whether it was Ansal, whether it was something with A only. But in my mind, I said she's got my first name, but she doesn't have my second name. I'm an Advani, and baby is being told that the parent's name is Jaya, but the surname is something else. The family name is something else. It sounds Gujarati or it sounds Bori or something of that sort. And that's where the dream ended. I was happy to see the baby, and that's it. I've been told that the baby is a combination of embryos stolen from people without their knowledge. Like this baby, there is a baby who is supposed to be somewhere else in another continent, also this way. They don't look anything like the people that the embryos have been stolen from. They're good looking children. Primarily, it is taking embryos and then mixing it up for the best outcome. So, those babies are those outcomes. Also, it's a different skin color, pigmentation is completely different. But the source is apparently stolen from various people. Okay, embryo, egg, donor sperm, whatever it is. So I had to put it on record as much as I remember the dream. I myself don't know Hafizad at all. I don't know how is it that that kind of a dream has come to me with this on the board. This is on the board. This is where we ended the read yesterday. Also, yesterday in the evening off camera, I came to know that this is taking it to a timeline or real. She's saying it is real time that it has happened now, 3rd June 2025. She's saying Mrs. Geeta Hundalani, the widow, and Mr. Ravi Hundalani were poisoned and were rushed to a hospital. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. They're in safe hands, but yesterday she was not available. JAYA.ADVANI, file name Cats, and Rohika Chagla Mistry on the pendulum say they're not here. They've gone to that place where this incident had happened. So yesterday This throws on the back of what Anushka Sharma wanted to say about a crew going to Europe for the shooting of two movies in which Anushka Sharma lost her life. She was alive for a few days. Meera is still, the girl who has contributed to the character of Meera in Dilwale movies, still alive in Europe with a bunch of other people underground somewhere. So that's where the Gerua Gerua song has happened. SL is being taken to Norway all the time. But close to Norway is the Iceland where they have done in that black sand, they've done that song. Gerua Gerua. तो मिसक्रेंट वहाँ था, वही कीड़ा है या कीड़ा से जुड़ा हुआ है. तो your people are at X, Tesla, SpaceX. SL is hand in glove with them. You are taking his advice. He shapeshifts. He has done so for the FM Arun Jaitley. He has done so for Mr. Modi, who is dead. He's a Hindu. He was put in a Nidra state and gotten rid of. SL has been called an atheist, born in a Catholic family. तो बेशर्मी का एक हद होता है. भागवत गीता को उठा के पॉलिटिक्स जीतना है. But then didn't I tell you about the great marketing man? Wherever he wants to grab, he does. He knows how to. But those who help him, he gets rid of on the back of it. So when I'm saying the Indian army, Pakistani army is being used to get rid of evidence, you believe me that that's how he functions. Indian online broadband has a nice way of putting it. बंदूक जब चलाना है किसी और के कंधे पे चला के चलाना चाहिए. IOL, the place which says it has connections, great connections with the underworld of Dubai. Middle East शायद बोला, but I don't know, I don't know the map well enough and I don't really spend time on Middle East. So just to make sure that we understand where it is, Dubai is mentioned, then we say, oh okay, Dubai, we understand where Dubai is, close by somewhere. The whole movement is from Middle East, operated out of India, because India has legal loopholes, has the reputation of being a great spiritual center, has so much diversity you can hide yourself within it. As the Punjabi Sindhi crowd that was first infiltrated into, the Sindhis, Punjabis themselves have been at the receiving end in India. Most of the family members have been declared murdered and their last rites have not been done. That has gone into the Bori community, same source. Bori community to Gujarati Marwadi community. That's my understanding. It has started in the 90s itself, late 80s, 90s. Okay. So, having put down what the dream was connected with, she says this SKF जो है, सलमान खान तो है ही नहीं. The original Salim Khan and Salma Khan's actual DNA related son. The one who came in his place is involved in these activities. He's not the original boy. What they're doing is they're signing deals on people. Like how my leave license was misused. 509 Tulsiani Chambers has been 50% bought. She keeps saying Bena. Whenever I talk about Tulsiani Chambers, my office at Narimal Point, this woman is so shameless. She calls my father's investment Bena. Now, if the Indian government and the Indian Registrar's Office is supporting Pakistani agendas, hiding out in India and Middle Eastern agendas and calling it a bridging of financial inequality, then I think you have lost the plot pretty badly. It's not yours to take. You don't insult my parentage. Don't call me Bena. I'll make you Benam for the next 24 kalpas. That also at Nark, you'll have to beg, even for 5 seconds, of anything to cover that ghatiya, naked atma of yours. You understood? I'm very serious. I don't care. There's a limit to how desperate and sick gets. Either you got your shit together, don't go dumping your shit on other people. You understood? You don't dump your shit on other people, because I will make your life a living misery. That also हक से. तुमने माइट अब तक देखा नहीं है, तू टर्माइट है, यहाँ पे तुमको कुछ करेंगे नहीं. जन्म भी ऐसे हुआ है लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के स्पर्म एग से जुड़ा हुआ. इंडिया के अंदर परवरिश ऐसे लोगों ने पहले 12 इयर्स के लिए किया है LLB करके, गवर्नमेंट लॉ कॉलेज. उसको भी तुमने साइड हटा के ऊपर नीचे रियर्डो एंट्री डेस्परेशन से तुमने किया है. लेकिन जब तू आया है हमारे घर में और प्रॉपर्टी हमारे नाम पे ऑलरेडी खरीद लिया था मेरा बाप, जब तू सुसु रास्ते पे कर रहा था सौलत संचालय ढूंढ ढूंढ के. यू अंडरस्टूड? डोंट यू डेयर go out of line when it comes to me or the people who did for me. Did you understand? So whatever equity was bought in my name, I'm JAYA.ADVANI, Hukumat Rai Advani's granddaughter and Kani Advani's daughter. HG Advani and Company and Kani and Company are the companies. Keti Shahani is my father's relative. Hiranandani is my father's relative. Go beat that. No underworld connections, no terrorist connections. The way fucks who reared to entry after 87, 86 entered our home, misused everything, stopped earning in my home, used all our assets. You dare to call me Bena? What a fucking desperate fuck. You need to take it somewhere else and don't talk shit at my home. You understood? तो तुम जैसे टर्माइट जो है टर्मिनेट करेंगे माइट के साथ, वही लोग का पे स्पिरिचुअल लॉस को देख के, तुम्हारे घटिया कर्म देख के तुमको नंगा नचवाएंगे नरक पे. 11 कल्पा मिनिमम. समझा? बी केयरफुल. आई डोंट हैव टाइम फॉर नॉनसेंस. कम ऑन, इनफ क्रैप. This is a miscreant, this is a victim, this is a miscreant. So villain, 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 willful villain of this, partner in crime, villain, duplicate of the original Salman Khan. This is a victim. You keep your doting to yourself and waiting also to yourself. I don't have time for the bullshit. I like Spanish men. Look what they look like. Figure out what my choice is. You don't make it. My choice is what comes inherently from within me. I've had 3 boyfriends in this country. I can't get along with them. I don't understand why. I've had one failed marriage after that. You've called me a lesbian. That's the level of desperation with which you function. The amount of lies steeped with the ghatiya, shitty background you come from. You've been playing a fuck game from the streets. From 87 onwards, you and some shitty politicians who just can't win it, and when they do, it's the filthiest game ever. Lacking competency of the highest order, mixing criminal activity with incompetent actual governance has been the name of the game ever since I think 2005. Doval being moved out, Cyrus Mistry at Qatar in that research aquatic center, playing, taking his thinking, some other key professionals, and then thinking you're it, wearing ETs of other people. You're not going to get anything except really very bad ass kicking where it matters at an atmic level. Yudhishthira, if you want to be governance, royalty, warrior, there is already an example in the law, in the universe, and the universal law, and as an example, and a judgment passed. Either you match up to it, or wherever you don't match, there are two places where you have to match. One is what's in the universal law book. You don't decide it. Here you don't have to follow any religion, any religious scripture. That is not to make it a dictatorship that you have to follow the laws. No. You're here for a little while. You don't have memory of how the spirit world works. But the spirit world is not going to kill itself because you don't fit in. And if you fit in a realm that is not a good one, but it is open for you to choose or to reject based on how you decide to maneuver your own journey, the various religious texts, I mean, come on, there is an Islam, there is a Guru Sikh, there is a Hindu, there's a Catholic, there's a Christian, there's a Protestant. In the Islam, there are so many, 4 or 5 of them. If none of it is suiting you, but what you are doing is vice, it is anti-God activity that suits you, you get a realm. Even this is saying you're going to the lower realms, but you're not willing to take responsibility of your action, then you are not making sense to anybody. So you don't forget your own journey and don't fall into those trenches. That is why these literature is available. You can take it or you can leave it. What you're not free to do is not to take responsibility of your actions and then wanting to do all the worstest actions equivalent to the lower realms, but wanting to go live in the higher realms. This is what you want to do. It's not possible. Is cat over here? Jaya.ADVANI cutie pie, you here? Okay, you're in a better frame of mind today, sweetie. Yesterday you have gone because of Ravi Hundalani and Geeta Hundalani. They were poisoned, sweetheart. They ended up in hospital. They're in safe hands now. The butter fell at my feet yesterday. That was an offering to Krishna. I gave a small offering of butter and cheese to Shirdi Sai Baba and Shani. That was for your mother-in-law, Geeta Hundalani. She's completely into Radha Krishna. Mrs. Geeta Hundalani is completely into Radha Krishna, Varsha. Is it true that when you got married to Mrs. Geeta Hundalani, she has a very pretty temple that she has set up? It's like as if ISKCON has come to her house in a smaller manner, but isn't her murti is about 3 feet? She's very particular about some rituals. Her temple is attached to her living room. It's further into the living room, which means the guests don't go there unless they don't take their shoes out. So all the entertainment and dinner and all happens in the living room. After the dining space, inside is the big temple. So she is a Krishna Bhakt. That is from before you even got married. Ravi is a good boy. So anyway, that offering was done on his behalf, on his mother's behalf. It was accepted. Anyway, you say they are in safe hands. You and Rohika Chagla Mistri in spirit went over there with other people too, maybe, I don't know, other spirits as well. Is that why you did not actually, why you were not here to do the session with me? Was I working with Anushka Sharma's, let's just say her guidance, connected with the movie Jab Harry Met Sejal and Dilwale? Anushka Sharma says she has left her form and moved to the afterlife. So she's guiding something connected with what happened with her at Europe. Can I continue with the session now? Okay. If I have any doubts, I'll come back to the pendulum board. Okay. Did you have the milkshake yesterday? Mango milkshake? Okay. I'll give you more mango afterwards. Okay? Okay. So we will continue with this. I asked her yesterday their role, whether she is a willing partner or she's a victim. She says no, she is a willing partner with this guy's activity. Okay, they're partners in crime. He is a replica of the real Salman Khan. The real Salman Khan goes to a very good loka. He's a very good man. Except now he has not gone entirely to his realm. He helps his friends who are in a poor situation, and he does so from spirit. Whichever way, the way they are going and helping wherever. Yesterday I was very tired. I felt I'm just going to go off to sleep the whole of yesterday. Right? But so what happens is, instead of drowning into that kind of situation, spirit comes to help us to get out of something and to make us better than what we would be otherwise. They try it from spirit and they are successful at times. Okay? So anyway, we will move here. Bending IT is not good. All through the digital effort. Now, maybe what they're doing is, it is Tamil Nadu's tin that has been very badly jabbed. I don't want to be the bad news giver, but that's what's happened. I think they could have finished with Bombay way before. The business of Bombay has moved to Tamil Nadu and Hyderabad. I'm saying it a zillion times. Do not let them do what they did in Bombay to you. They're making the same kind of 90s movies in your local language. You're doing exactly what we have seen in the 90s in Bombay in Bollywood. They're there for your money. They're there for your family. They're there to break your resources and plug in their own nonsense. This reading, like putting my neck on the line, I'm putting it out. I'm taking a name like Anushka Sharma openly with the pendulum, just so they're trying to forewarn you, so you don't fall victim to the same nonsense. Also, they're saying that the priests, who otherwise are very good in their pronunciation, what they have studied is that in Sanskrit, the pronunciation, little mispronounced, can change the meaning. तो इन्होंने जैबिंग प्रीस्ट को भी किया है, तो फोर्सफुली निकाल सकते हैं थोड़ा ट्विस्टेड वर्जन ऑफ द संस्कृत मंत्रस. आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑनेस्टली, ऐसे ही किया है. It is genuinely the anti-God activity. So TN has come up yet once again. The bending, this is a victim. We already identified it. This is the weapon. Bending it to suit and making it a weapon. This is the victim. This is the villain. And this is also the villain, except it is not the original Salman Khan. That man is no more in his human form. You ask yourself, the style of his movies prior to 2009. A wild boy from the day he has started his career suddenly becomes a being human. How so? What is the connect of being human t-shirts first being sold through Cotton World? Cotton World is the shop of Loving Lekraj, the founder, but Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj, who's the proper boy, who's no more in his body. Sanjeev Lekraj used to be somebody who used to unload the trucks and take stock and keep stock till he's a Catholic boy from Palakkad, Kerala somewhere. That's why the father's name does not come in over here, because he's not the original. The original was murdered in 1995 October. This guy was given a chance to step into his shoes. After that, it was between Cyrus Mistry and this chap. Cyrus Mistry himself was pulled off the grid mid-2006 is what it's saying. And his brains are still being used in some aquatic research center outside Ras Lafa Industrial Estate in Qatar. To play this kind of chessboard game, you need somebody who is like Rahu with high levels of intelligence, which this boy had. So then they've also affected many people because they want to grab the brain power. They wear the ET or somebody, then they become like them. They're able to talk that language also. Now, I have never been to Haryana. I have never been to Paris and all. But the truth of the matter is, they can get me to talk like I'm French, but I'm not French. They can get me to talk little like a Haryani, but I've never been to Haryana. It is only on a computer system changing variables on one particular subject. So I'm the subject, and then connected with my DNA, brain, whatever they got on their system, they just keep messing around and they can mess with the components of the body. It's like a printing press. Printing press can do pigmentation, coloring, bright, contrast, all that, but that is only for a printout. Now they can do this with the human body. You understood? But the sad part about it is it can mess with the mind. It can force you to take action which you will not take otherwise with your own brain had they not interfered. They can trigger emotions which would not otherwise happen. They can trigger behavioral patterns, speech, which would not otherwise happen. So it is completely anti-God from my understanding. There's nothing good about it. Sach bolo to. Nothing good about it at all. तो यहाँ पे टिन वापस है. The issue is about EU. That's where she says both of them were pulled off. One during the Dilwale shoot, the other one during the Jab Harry Met Sejal shoot. तो सफ़र सफ़र जो सॉन्ग है जहाँ पे वो गोडाउन है, हमने तुमको बोला गोडाउन इज़ अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. The word Garib also has come up. So the women who were Garib means poverty ridden. There were 4 ladies I told you in that same kind of a tin, and not tin, it was a go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. One, now he's calling Rabia a culprit connected with cabs and abduction. Yet the lady sitting on the wooden chair, fully pregnant, looks like she can give birth anytime on a very uncomfortable wooden chair. It's like this kind of wood with no padding, no nothing. ऐसे wooden chair ऐसे. And the woman is tied, hands bound, legs bound to the chair, and she's so heavily pregnant. She can give birth. It is the most uncomfortable position for anybody. Forget about a fully pregnant lady. Behind her are three ladies. They are bag of bones, I tell you. Hands and legs bound to three poles. This is what he has shown me on the morning of buying Twitter. अब हमको Elon Musk से क्या लेना देना है? Nothing. Yet whenever he has done some transgression, I have always, not always, but once in a while I have seen what he has been up to. He's an exhibitionist. बाकी का जो है, we understand it on YouTube when he posts it in a particular way. So a man who did not spend any money on his girlfriend also spends 44 billion on Twitter. It is, the content is the problem. They were so sure they will not get caught. They were so sure they will not get caught that he has bought Twitter off for its content. It was evidence actually for all their debauchery and misdemeanor. The second dream connected with the go down was where Varsha herself is showing me behind the metal railing like this, and we're looking down. This is a mezzanine. We're looking down again at a very, very horrible go down, dusty and horrible. And she's saying, look how they've kept us. And that's filled with metal sheets. So that also has tin in it. So just to figure out what this is, let me ask her. You hear? I'm trying to figure out about Tamil Nadu tin. Tamil Nadu is a victim, you say? Tamil Nadu is a victim? Tamil Nadu, represented over here, Varsha, is a victim. If you want Anushka Sharma to give answers because she knows what she's talking about, I don't mind. So Tamil Nadu, you said, is a victim yesterday. Sue SL are victims. SKF is a victim. The problem is more from SKF than Sue and SL. Sue, SL and SKF are all partners in crime. Is Sue known as Amrita Lekhraj? SL is known as Sanjeev Lekhraj. SKF is the real Salman Khan born to Salim Khan and Salma Khan. The real Salman Khan is in his human form today. Is he in his physical form today? Did Salman Khan die a natural death? Was the real son of Mr. Salim Khan and Salma Khan murdered? The video in which Mr. Salim Khan is taking his grandson like a good grandfather, though at that age you shouldn't try to do so many gymnastics. He is doing a ghora-ghari ride like my dad used to do when he was much younger than Mr. Salim Khan, literally half his age. But in that video, we have like Mr. Salman Khan standing in. Was that the original Mr. Salman Khan? So was that actually a message sent out to poverty-ridden people or people who like to insult people of a good birth? Was that done with that viewpoint, that video? It wasn't done to insult Mr. Salim Khan? Why did they put shoes on it at the end of it? There's a video in which Mr. Salim Khan is playing with his grandson. Okay, he's not his grandson. Okay, adopted grandson, Baba. Adopted grandson. Willing to accept it? Okay, he's playing with his adopted grandson. I'm just trying to understand, was that a part of the movement of insulting people? Was that done with that viewpoint? Only because of the shoes on the video at the end of it. Okay, it was done in good measure. Was it done well intentioned? Neither was it well intentioned. The man who was standing in for Salman Khan, is he a good human being? In that particular video, is he a good human being? Is that man Rajan Taylor, Champa Kanti Taylor's son? Is that man Indian bloodline? Is that man Middle Eastern bloodline? Is that man actually Pakistani bloodline? That man is from Kerala somewhere. That man is from Afghanistan somewhere. He was born in poverty in Afghanistan. But then Salman Khan's own father says that their ancestry was from Afghanistan, then they went to Indore. You're saying that that boy is from Afghanistan but he was born in poverty? He and Kira know each other? Kira is also Afghanistani, darling? The sperm egg that created Kira is Afghanistani? The sperm egg that created Kira is Pakistani? The one who has shapeshifted in Dilwale movie? In Gerua Gerua, is he actually Pakistani? During the time that Rohika was CRISPR'd as Mrs. Anita Advani and then at Bhimra's house, the man was a Pakistani over there playing Mr. Kiran Merchant? Was it Narottam Das Merchant's son, Kiran Merchant himself, who was involved in these things? Was Mr. Narottam Das Merchant's son, Mr. Kiran Merchant, even in his human form at that point in time? Mr. Kiran Merchant, Narottam Das Merchant's son, he exited out of his human form naturally? Narottam Das Merchant's son, Mr. Kiran Merchant, was murdered and that's how he exited out of his body? It is Mr. Kiran Merchant, son of Narottam Das Merchant, who is the Sant. He is with you as of now. In short, what you are saying, that the identity of Mr. Kiran Merchant since 2009 has been taken over by people who are from Pakistan and Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, those kind of people. SL also has played a role over there. SL is from Kazakhstan, Pakistan himself. Is he that bloodline? Pakistani bloodline? Kazakhstani bloodline? SL is actually a Keralite, born in poverty in Palakkad somewhere or Salem somewhere. Anita is his relative, the one who has been shape-shifting in and out of many industrial homes. They're the ones who guided Bartila in 2004. Bartila has HIV. There are 75 to 100 people who are shape-shifting in and out of industrial homes connected with the syndicate. Are they also being used for bio-war? Am I part of this fuck all nexus? I'm sorry I'm giving bad words, but am I part of this shit? Have I been given very clear direction 2016 onwards sometime, plus my health also gave way? Not to move anywhere, to be in one place at all times. So have I been mostly homebound 2017 onwards? Hopefully it helps catch the miscreants and come to appropriate, accurate conclusions of catching the real miscreants. Okay? Okay. So now I've understood this. What is it that I want to understand over here? When it comes to the girl was from Tamil Nadu. One of the girls who've been a victim was from Tamil Nadu. she was from a impoverished background? When you say bed, was she willingly bed? She willingly had an affair with the guy? But that turned in a way where he did a deal on her and left her in Europe to give her for experimentation. He made money of it. Who did this? SKF did this? In this deal was SL involved with his wife Sue? They all made money of it. Are they responsible for my leave license of 509 Tulsiani Chambers? A power of attorney was created at Mr. Hiranandani's office with the viewpoint of renewing the lease of my office at 509 Tulsiani Chambers, Nariman Point. Apparently, was that POA misused by the same miscreants, making an MOU with ER of Pune and of Europe? Is that what happened? Primarily, the ER bought from criminals stolen wealth. Has this guy done this in many cases? So anyway, whoever is the over-intelligent ER, very intelligent, Europe to Pune. Now understand, you have bought stolen goods and how much damage you have done at homes where the people who earned their wealth have done so straightforward. RAW has been taking information and guidelines from this quality. So the source of information to RAW has been a highly misguiding one. And you will appreciate that the backbone of this country, the entire architecture depends on RAW. I also want to put on record in 2012-13. I don't know if it was printed everywhere because I would have never guessed that they have hidden communication going out. So they could have thought I was killed in New Zealand, but I was not. I came back safe and sound. But I saw lots of things changing around me and didn't know where to point it. So a silent observer saying the times are whatever. All I am saying is you better pay attention to whatever unknowingly they've let me know. Because they've let me know the truth without realizing what it is. So what is the one thing they have spoken about? They say the Modi, Narendra Modi को exodus, mass exodus करना है. Indian society का नहीं, but he is known for exodus of his enemies. Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi cannot do an exodus of not even a fly if he went for 2 years to find himself at Rishikesh and Hardwar. He would know the rules of war better than anybody else. He would know the rules of governance better than anybody else. He would know about the law of karma better than anybody else. But for him to exercise it, he should be alive. But my reading says you put him in a nidra state. And then you've been shape-shifting for him. How many shape-shifters? Geeta Undalani is a very nice lady. She's pro-India. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली किसको पॉइजन हुआ? वहाँ पे कितने लोग हैं जो शेप शिफ्टिंग कर रहे हैं? मिस्टर नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी. हमारे पास अमेजोन से PM 1, 2, 3, 4 ऑल द वे टू 10, 11 वहाँ पे मिसक्रेंट्स 3-4 है, लेकिन वो वहाँ पे राज कर रहे हैं. लेकिन एक्चुअली उसका असलियत क्या है? उनका DNA मिडिल ईस्टर्न DNA है. ये जो लड़का है इसके बारे इनके करतूत तुमको मिल रहा है इसी थ्रो के अंदर. तो ऐसे लोगों को तू छोड़ता है और जो अच्छे हैं उनको तू मारता है. Everybody who is Hindu and good for the country called India, you get rid of. Whether it is in the corporate, whether it is in the professional, whether it is in business, whether it is industry, whether it is army, whether it is police. You got a different agenda altogether. This is why an atheist dared to pick up the Bhagavad Gita but run it his atheist way. Get into the shoes of Namo Namo, wear a suit Namo Namo written all over it. अब कहाँ कोई आदमी जो जाता है ऋषिकेश हरिद्वार 3 days after his marriage and dedicates his life in a different way, and an egoistical God complex, putting himself on a pedestal, can't even understand India as a democracy. Yahan pe government 5 years it comes in to manage the country. When I said that, I was told in the parliament some ministers were very angry talking about management. CEO नहीं बनना है, रूलर बनना है. लेकिन रूलर कहाँ पे होता है? इंडिया में रूलर्स नहीं होते हैं, डेमोक्रेसी होता है. रूलर जो होता है अरब कंट्री में होता है, जहाँ पे तू लेबर क्लास. तो वहाँ पे तुमको और भी लगता है, देखो जो किंग है, प्रिंस है, ही इज सच अ रूलर. दैट इज व्हाई यू आर डाइंग इन द हीट ऑफ द मिडिल ईस्ट एज द लेबरर. तो वो रूलर चीज तेरे दिमाग के अंदर और भी बैठता है. Then when you come to India, you want to throw weight around, doing all the 420 business, and when you come into so-called government, you're calling yourself a ruler. That's not okay. You give yourself without understanding it. Nas. Frankly telling you, read between the lines. तुम्हारा जो पल्स है उसको पकड़ो, फिर देखो अच्छा ऐसे बात कर रहा है, ऐसे सोचता है, तो इसका जो दिमाग है कहाँ से आ रहा है, इसका जो परवरिश कहाँ पे हुआ है, इसके जो इश्यूज है कहाँ से है. ऑलमोस्ट इमीडिएटली वी कैन कट हु यू आर. दैट वाज पॉइंट 1. पॉइंट 2 जो है, didn't you say Modi has come into the government to unscrew the entire constitution? If the rest of India did not get this news that I got in 2012, 11, 13, 14, 15, then it is a big problem. They were talking to me through hidden communication because they thought I was already sent off in New Zealand. I didn't get sent off in New Zealand, not for any other reason. I can get sent off now, but the thing is I didn't get sent off in New Zealand. I got my work visa converted from the study visa 2-3 weeks or 1 month after it was supposed to happen. तो जो गई हैमिल्टन से ऑकलैंड वो फंसी पता नहीं, लेकिन हम नहीं फंस गए. वी मैनेज टू, आई डोंट नो हाउ वी मैनेज टू स्टे अलाइव. आफ्टर 3-4 months we didn't like it, so we came away back to India and left that work visa in still about, I think 8-10 months was still left. 8 months must have been left, but I preferred to come back to India, so I came return journey. My father was laughing at me, always does. My sister said, so finally you come back with your tail between your legs. उसको बोलना पड़ता है. So it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, you read between the lines. If you have not got this news, I'm the only one who's privy to it, because how do I understand कि ये special communication करते हैं? That was 2013, 14, 15, 16 on my internet, right? Then fast forward to 2018-19 when I was in Bombay, back in my father's house, apartment, first floor, Marine Lines, 4 Jasmine. From the time I've crawled shat all over that place. तो हमको बेनाम बोलता है. What a bloody dog. How dare you? You don't ever insult me. Once I'll break you. तुम टर्माइट है, तुम पैरासाइट है. तो तुमने एक्चुअली माइट अभी तक देखा नहीं है. माइट तुमको दिखाओ, स्पिरिट वर्ल्ड से दिखाएंगे. इतने लोग वहाँ पे ठहरे हैं तुमको अब वहाँ पे सीधा करने के लिए. एक टाइम हाथ लगे और तू यहाँ बॉडी से निकलेगा, इट इज़ ओवर फॉर यू, लिटरली. फास्ट फॉरवर्ड हाउ आई केम टू नो यू आर डूइंग स्पेशल कम्युनिकेशन. वो जो मैगजीन्स को हमने सब्सक्राइब किया था, इंटीरियर्स आ रहा था हमारे घर और एक बिजनेस मैगज़ीन आ रहा था हमारे घर. वहाँ पे जो तुमने छापा था कम्युनिकेशन के अंदर, राजकुमार जो हमारे घर का नौकर था, क्लीनिंग कर रहा था, वो बंसल का ईगो पहना है. राजकुमार, यू डोंट बिकम बंसल, यू जस्ट डोंट. वेयरिंग someone's ego. Reardo entry into corporates to screw around with architecture, calling it ops for a different country doesn't make you very smart. Okay? No, the other one is Priya Anwar, showing herself walking on the ramp of where some ramp walk. That girl also was a maid, part-time maid cleaning a home. Which year? 2016-17. Suman Towers, 1401 Suman Towers. Third one was This Rajkumar was shown in some bloody fucking classroom talking about artificial intelligence and robotics. वो जो Priya Anwar जो है, the sheikhs refused to give her the sheikh surname. God knows why. She is friends with that Rabia. Rabia is connected with the kidnapping of these people. That is why they become important. This girl Priya Anwar, to according to my understanding, is वो जो what's that? Anushka Sharma, who's talking from the pendulum, saying who she is. At some point in time, I felt the ET ego one way or the other between these two. बोलूं पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. Now recently Sonakshi Sinha. So there are two fat girls in XXL, but the others, and there are other ladies also, but didn't feel it on anybody except on Sonakshi Sinha. Sona का नाम हमको मिलता भी है. So there is plenty of thrashy activity happening by these people. Who is supporting them, why they are supporting them, is highly questionable. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable because this is coming from Afghanistan and places surrounding that place, and Pakistan and the Middle East. It is all from the labor class. It is not okay. No, it is not okay. It is not okay. The third news item was Sohana on the ramp in that same magazine, or one magazine before or after. The fourth article in these magazines was about the Dalit class selling information for money, bettering their lot, not liking the government of India the way it had functioned over the years, selling secrets to China for actual betterment of life. So even Rajkumar is from that background. The fifth person who called himself a Dalit was Hemangsha on the phone 2013-14, talking yet once again about having very great connects with the underworld of Dubai. That recording only didn't get recorded. He's also talking about making people disappear in the broad daylight, never to be missed nor found again. That recording is the only recording that disappeared. He's also the guy who has gone on record talking about a girl who committed suicide. The mother doesn't know about it. Her ghost comes, visits him. He's guilty about something. We didn't understand it that time. At that time, he was not the only person talking. I think on his name, there were 3 people rotating. There are plenty of red flags according to my understanding. Plenty of red flags according to my understanding. Plenty. Each time it is showing itself to a particular lot of people, one way or the other, through their network involved. When it comes to your Bartila is being called out to have shapeshifted for Mrs. Rohika Chagla Mistry. Like her, there are 20 of them, but that network is between 75 to 100 is what the pendulum was saying yesterday. Some of them are HIV infected. Now they're going into big homes, wearing the skin of family members known to the originals. So you tell me what this is all about. My background, my father's sister was married to United Breweries Mr. Vital Malia and No East. Before that, she was married to Mr. Mohan Hingorani. He was the managing director at Binny's. So she was married for a very long time, widowed also for about 9 years, 10 years. You even harmed her. You harmed my father also, Mr. JAYA.ADVANI. Then you started making stories after 87 on your own. Now you believe all that. You got your own political agenda. That's not my problem. You don't come to my home and call me Benam. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Because you are a shriveled, spineless coward. You don't do that. You understood? And keep people like this away from me. They are not okay to be around my home. Neither this nor that. The original Salman Khan has already gone away to the afterlife. He's a good man. He's going to go to the realms that are good. We'll be seeing each other over there. If you're supposed to interact, but he's going to a good realm. You don't make it because your deeds are too shitty. You'll be lucky if you get beyond Patal. Alright? Ceiling hai wahan pe. I don't know how to understand this. SKF bed slut. ENINE. So not sure what, or maybe it is 9. You know, these people have no respect for women because their community is not like an Indian community. Yet they have to steal from us. And when they do, it is the most unethical, immoralistic way. If your ground rules were so great, you wouldn't have to do such shitty karma. You'd be a thriving economy on your own hard work, not on stolen stuff. Demeaning those that you steal from. That's a life lesson you should always remember. You start trying to teach lessons to people while you are immoralistic, unethical. You're not in a position to be the teacher. Always remember that. Augur. I would never call you an augur. It is the reading that calls you an augur. According to my understanding, you are the augur at an atmic level. Beauty is skin deep. It is just one birth related. But when you are an augur at birth, because the realm makes you a bigger augur, that's really difficult to clear out. You want to give me bad words? Bring the commissioner of police over here with you and give it to me to my face. You bloody unworthy coward. You have shapeshifted for Cyrus Mistry, but you are not Cyrus Mistry. You have shapeshifted for Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj, but you are not Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj. You are a murderer and you steal. You are poverty-ridden birth of shitty ethics. The biggest augur in the realms. Something that cannot be gotten rid of no matter what you do. Not till you don't bloody fucking work it out. It'll take you minimum 11 kalpas just to get a birth. Once you're out of this one birth. You and your relatives and your fucking cheap supporters. You understood? If I can ask you for a little clarification over here. Are you saying these ladies, the word SLUT, are you saying that is something they do for a business actually? Or did somebody insult good ladies calling them names? No, you can't say yes to both. It has to be either or. This guy rapes people. My question to you is, these ladies, the word SLUT is a terminology he puts on people, or do those ladies do the work of SLUTTING? Do they do the work purposely selling themselves in the business of being a SLUT? You're saying he habitually has to grab power, calling people names when he's bedding them? You're saying he did this with 9 girls? You're saying he did this with 9 people? So he's derogatory to women when he is. Is the bedding consensual? So, in short, you're saying he's bedding them forcefully. There are 9 of them, is what you're saying. You were witness of it. Is it 9 people? Or is his number 9? Is his birth date number 9? Or does it come to number 9? SL's birth date is supposed to be 9, it's 2 and 7. So you're saying the number of girls is what you're talking about? Is this before they are abducted and kept in a facility underground? Is this before that? So you're saying this is this something that happened underground at Europe? Is this specific to underground in Europe? Okay, this has got to do while he was playing the role of the real Salman Khan. At that time, was the real Salman Khan in his human form when this guy was screwing around like this parallelly? Can I ask you when the real Salman Khan was murdered and removed out of his body? Can you give me the year? Was it before the year 2010? Was it the year 2009? You're saying Salim Khan, Salma Khan's DNA related brother, Salim Khan, Salim Khan, Salma Khan's DNA related son, Alvira's DNA related brother, Sohail and Arbaz's DNA related brother, was murdered in the year 2009. The work was done by whom? Sanjeev Lekraj? Did it have anything to do with Salman Khan starting Being Human shops? Or something going on to Fashion Street? His Being Human t-shirts which Cotton World was selling ending up being sold at Fashion Street, not Fashion Street, Kulaba street stalls. So they got rid of Salman Khan, connected with that in some way. So just check the timeline. I have a very vague understanding of this. All I know is that there was a time when those shirts were being sold through the Cotton World outlet and it was good. It was a good partnership. But then on the back of it, suddenly we read in the newspaper that they were found on the streets being sold. And so the partnership had to break and the stores had to start, the Being Human stores had to start to sell the merchandise for Being Human directly. Okay? After that, you see the quality of movies that have happened. They are different completely. Dabang Dabang also, cheap movie happened. Muni Badnaam hui. all that started afterwards. Maybe the Being Human stores that have opened, he has learned from Cotton World. अगर उसको थोड़ा नॉलेज है इस बिजनेस के बारे, वो कॉटन वर्ल्ड से है. ये भी कल 20 years डाउन द लाइन एक शेल कंपनी नहीं बुलाना चाहिए जिसने इतना काम किया है, पैसा बढ़ाया है, उसको ऑफ करके अब दी स्टोर्स आर डन, then that also becomes shell company. Who gets the bad name? The original hard worker. The miscreant तो ate, drank, ratted, shat, did everything. वो तो निकलेगा, उसका orders लेते जाओ to unscrew more. Other people's hard work. And then blame those who contributed to nation building. Call them what? What is that idiot saying? We will run from here. What do you think we are? You're talking to a maid about it, who's a maid working at my home, 2023. You're talking to her about her employer, who gives her a salary to clean my home. You're discussing that with her. What an illiterate you are. And whoever suggested you in our society is contributive to stealing themselves. They are part of this network. Wherever you people go, you destroy things like water, electricity, amenities. Then what you do is you stop the lift also, fuck around with it. Then you keep asking in maintenance more money. Then you siphon money like there's no tomorrow. You did this in Sumantas. Why the ED doesn't look into it? Why not? तुमने सुमन में भी यही किया है, तारापुर गार्डन्स में भी यही किया है. यही प्रॉब्लम्स तुम एक साल के अंदर हमारे पीछे आया है. पूर्वा पाम बीच में भी वही किया है. Always charging, overcharging and fucking around with the amenities. Non-stop. People who can earn their own, why will they fuck themselves over? But if you are shape-shifting in and out, that also not from here, don't you get a high insulting the Indians? Whichever way you can do it. Which idiot puts pipes on the top where the sewage water, once the flush goes, all that comes falling on you for a premium property? Who does it? Come on, you can't fool me. There are so many red flags, it's not a joke. Surprising how you've not been actually already caught. क्या है? चूतिया नौकर तू है. नौकर आ नहीं बोलते हैं. Don't talk shit. Bloody garbage. That also playing fucking sounds under my body of change. मादर चुतिया निकलो. ब्रह्मांड के अंदर आ. वहां पे ठीक से तुमको दिखाते हैं क्या है, तू कर्ज में कितना डूब रहा है. Just move out of your fucking body. We show you. तू हिलेगा. You are no match for 60% of the Brahmand that is lit. Connected to that lit realm of judges is my ancestry, one way or the other. उससे ऊपर शिरडी साई बाबा है. अब हम ऐसे बात करें, okay, but Shirdi Sai Baba himself says that my real mother, she doesn't look like herself anymore. जो आज अनीता बनती है वो असली एक्स मिसेस अनीता आडवाणी है ही नहीं. शी इज जुडोफाइड विद दिस शिट ऑन हियर. My mother, from the day she got married to Kiran Merchant, she never wanted to step in at Ravi Kiran. The minute the duplicate came in, what did he do? He transferred a property bought by Mr. Narottam Das Merchant in the 80s. In 2010, he got it transferred into his name. CCI secretary had to sign it off. because she had a property over there. She was the secretary in that Lunavla society also. Then what he did is, they won the case, but they forcefully came back to Ravi Kiran, started unscrewing lots of things over there, brought in the underworld. Now there is somebody who's gone to live over there. लेकिन वो असली अनीता मर्चेंट नहीं है, because my mother was very clear, no matter what, she will not want to live over there. There's too much, when it is only the tenants and it is the father-in-law's kids, she wants them to continue their style of living, but it doesn't suit her style of living. It's a very different way of living and a very different way of working around it compared to somebody who brings in the underworld, duplicates people amongst the tenants, few of them, a spattering of them. तुमने किया है, and then goes to stay in that mess. My mom would never do that. इसी चीज से जुड़ा हुआ जो डुप्लीकेट्स है वही जाके वहाँ पे रहे. अगर मेरी माँ किरण मर्चेंट से शादी करे, लेकिन हमको कुछ वहाँ लेना देना नहीं है, आई एम आफ्टर ऑल द डॉटर ऑफ माई मॉम, वर्षा ऑल्सो इज, बट नन ऑफ अस एक्चुअली, वी विल मीट आउटसाइड बट वी विल नेवर गो देयर. It is told to us that my dad, his sisters, whatever had to be done is done from the Advani family, and everything ends there. Because we don't want confusion, because most people are decent. The indecency is when you're bedding somebody forcefully, calling them a slut, there are 9 of them. That's indecency. That also wearing the face of somebody who has been murdered. That's your ethics. Big difference. So there is an unethical bunch of people who don't even belong to this land. They played such a filthy game, all the way to governance. But remember the rulers in whose land they were born, lower middle class, labor class, पता नहीं क्या क्या, poverty ridden. तो उनके मुंह से वही निकलता है जो हैबिचुअली उनका जो एक्सपोजर था जब वो नौकरी कर रहे थे दूर दूर. अब वो स्टाइल बहुत अलग है, उसको मोड़ के हाथ जोड़ के पता नहीं किन किन के साथ तू हाथ मिलाया है. जब तू पैसा फेंकता है वो चोरी का माल है हमेशा, एंड इट्स ऑलवेज ब्लड मनी. दिस इज हाउ यू बाय ऑफ पीपल ऑन ब्लड मनी. यस, यू हैव डन इट हैबिचुअली. अगर तुम्हारा बिजनेस क्रिमिनल बिजनेस है तो लाइक एनी गुड बिजनेस, HUL, मैकडोनल्ड, थोड़ा कस्टमाइजेशन तो करना पड़ता है ना, अदर विल बाय. ग्लोबलाइजेशन भी होता है, लेकिन अगर क्रिमिनल सिंडिकेट क्रिमिनल बिजनेस को एक्सपैंड कर रहा है, कस्टमाइज कर रहा है, तो तुम करके हमको दिखा दिया है कैसे करता है. भागवत गीता उठाओ जब इंडिया में है, फिर उसी का वाट लगाओ. इस्लाम कंट्री पाकिस्तान अफगानिस्तान में है, अल्लाह का नाम करके कुछ करवाओ लोगों से. इट्स ऑल द फूलिंग बिजनेस. यू आर द क्रिमिनल कार्टेल. दैट्स कॉल्ड कस्टमाइजेशन. ग्लोबलाइजेशन, मिडिल ईस्ट के रूलर्स, वहाँ पे मिडिल ईस्ट रूलर्स कैन नॉट क्रिएट द सन एंड द सैंड. दे हैव टू बिल्ड इन द सन ऑन द सैंड. सो दे रिक्रूट. So you come to do the work. Then you blame the rulers for unhealthy conditions. Then you decide, I need to take revenge. He is very, very bad. He is not giving in the hot sun. See, he is living. Tiger लेके आता है, lion लेके आता है, elephant लेके आता है, peacock लेके आता है, garden के अंदर leopard भी लेके आ गया है, उसका pet बनाता है. यहाँ पे हम मर रहे हैं sun के अंदर, right? तो he is a bad man. Need to teach him and his whole family a lesson. देखो उसके पास कितना पैसा है, इसको मार के इसका पैसा, इसके रिसर्च, इसके जो कॉन्टैक्ट्स है वो हमारे हाथ आवे तो कितने मुंह को खिला सकते हैं. He is only one family with how many max 50 people, 100 people. यहाँ पे तो करोड़ों में लोग हैं जो मर रहे हैं, उनको खाना पीना इतना कुछ है, देना है. इसके जो ट्रिलियंस हैं वहाँ पे यूज़ करूँ तो कितने और लोगों का भलाई होगा, है कि नहीं? यस और नो? But your problem was what? With the ruler who gave you a job for the development of the UAE or of the Middle East. अब वो प्रॉब्लम तो खत्म हो गया बहुत पहले. वही पैसा तू लेके, वही रिसर्च लेके तुमने इतना और क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी किया है, और वो पैसा तू फेंकता है लोगों को मुंह बंद करके तुम्हारे घटिया मूवमेंट के साथ देके, राइट? So that's blood money. Point is, if you had a problem with the rulers of the Middle East, what has India, Russia and America got to do with it? But you are a criminal cartel, तो business expansion naturally होता है. अब यूरोप तो ख़त्म हो गया है, मिडिल ईस्ट भी वहाँ पे आधा जो है ऑक्यूपेंसी हो ही नहीं रहा है, राइट? चलो, लेट्स गो फाइंड अ न्यू लैंड टू स्क्रू ओवर. अमेरिका, रशिया. The fact that you are criminal, you are greedy, you have no ethics, you have no education, shows itself because Russia itself used to be a communist country before. But because it was not able to survive, it had to open its doors to a more open economy, but in a defensive manner where it defends itself. It's not that open also. अब उसने हार्ड वर्क करके रशिया को बना दिया है, इतना बड़ा आर्मी बना दिया है. हाउ आर यू अनस्क्रूइंग देम? कैसे अनस्क्रू कर रहा है? तो यू हैव नो एथिक्स. दैट्स ऑल आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू. That's all I am trying to tell you, and I am the owner. You understood? तो जो कोई भी 420 काम कर रहे हैं, तुमने इतने लोगों को अंडरग्राउंड कर दिया है. They unfortunately are from good families given to view their families, where you think you are troubling them and you will trouble their family members. Any family member should understand, you come from a good background, your children are protected because you've done the hard work karmically, your ancestors done the hard work karmically. So in that manner, God cannot ever fail. The kidnappers and the cartel and those miscreants, no matter where they are hiding, sometimes out in society, hiding behind somebody else's face, sometimes manning like watchdogs, underground, जहाँ पे इन्होंने लोगों को अंदर कर दिया है. तो इनका क्या है? पहले ही तो जो है आत्मिक रूप से इनका जो है दजिया बजिया पैदा होने के ही पहले लोका पे ही है. इट्स अ डार्क होल. दैट्स व्हाई दे पुट अप ऑल दिस शिट ऑन डार्क वेब. हर चीज डार्क डार्क डार्क. बट यू आर नो मुकाबला फॉर द लिट realm. दैट्स ऑल यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, ये भी बताओ. forcefully bed somebody and call them a slut. ये है दिमाग. Now I don't know if there is somebody who wears who plays the lute. I'm not sure. That's a particular instrument. I don't know if there are 9 people shapeshifting for Salman Khan. That's something I didn't ask, because generally what these people do is, in the case of Rohika Chagla, they're saying there are 20 people shapeshifting. But the bunch of boys and girls are between 75 to 100 who are part of this Nexus syndicate of getting in and out of homes. They unscrew a lot of things. Every meeting, every place they go to, they're unscrewing something. And it is not good for the country called India. Actually, it's not good for the world. Okay, Dolly, can I ask you one thing? Can I ask you one thing? The number 9 in relevance to SKF, bed loots, LUTES, and 9. Lute, LUTE, is some instrument? Somebody who plays an instrument into something that's musical, darling? Now, I don't want to be derogatory in any way, but I need to ask in basic words. The number 9 is 9 people who play the lute? Nine men who shapeshift for one face, one identity called SK, who is already murdered and dead? So 9 shapeshifters for one SK? SKF you have gone and put on record primarily because it is the duplicate that created SKF? Was SKF ever created by the original SK? SKF was created by the duplicates? All the duplicates live in India? Does every duplicate, 9 duplicate, live in India? Do all of them live in India? Do you see this problem of shapeshifters shapeshifting for people who they've murdered? Do you see the authorities actually catching up with them and really thrashing this bloody nexus? I think it should be like shoot at sight, frankly telling you. You don't know how much they harass the original family members. And when they're abducting these people, you know what they're doing? They're showing our home to our family members who are held underground, and they harass us in our home. They are very derogatory towards us. I've been tolerating this from 2015 onwards, or 16 onwards. It is always the work of this rat only. On the back of it, my sister has exited. She says February 2018. One cousin is still holed up in some shithole of that kind. My mom, one version, is holed up in a shithole of some kind. Four people in my family are declared dead. 3 boy cousins, 1 my own sister. Yet all of them have fucking duplicates. One of them is actually an American bloodline जो कनाडा better बात करता है than even the Kannadikas. और जो एसेट्स पे वो रह रहा है वो एक्चुअली मर्डर्ड लोगों का है. तो ऐसे ही लूट मार होगा तो कैसे चलेगा? SKF bed loot is 9. A girl who used to play a particular instrument, she's already dead. Apparently उसका जो DNA है, तुमने एक बेबी को बना दिया है कि नहीं? तो उस बेबी को भी तू म्यूजिकल करवाता है यूरोप के रस्तों पे. Varsha says that's her DNA mixed with somebody else's, the way you mix it up. By the way, that is actually child labor. If anyone gives even 1 rupee for a child being put on display, and somebody is sitting and throwing money into the hat, that's called child labor for all the human rights that you're all about. And that child is from stolen embryo, stolen DNA. The woman is mentioned here. Now tell me it's not a criminal economy. Now you are a criminal economy with crumbling structures. The billionaires who helped build China up, they have all disappeared. Many of them are not found. Same with the Indian billionaires. Why you need to make people disappear after getting all the building done by them? Because it is on blood money that you thrive and survive, actually, not thrive. They thrive, you get rid of them, you take their money and you survive. That's why. But so far you've been able to keep your chin above water. Tomorrow everything becomes crumpled state like you. Who can feed you then? The whole world will be sinking thanks to you. Let her tell. I don't mind. This is open for anything. पूछते हैं. We're open for anything. This is an open reading. So we have Nick. Nixie is not there, and Nickel. Nikhil, my own cousin, is born on the 28th of November. He is the son. He's a good boy. But we let the pendulum talk. For him, there were 3 shapeshifters. One is Nick, the other one is Nixie, the other one is Nickel. My own cousin's name is JAYA.ADVANI. He's more delicate in structure. I'll let the pendulum decide who is what. I will not interfere. I will just say if anyone does anything wrong, they should be brought to book irrespective of who they are. It is better that way only. So I will just go ahead. We'll have to ask all components over here. We have Nick, we have Nickel, we have SKF, we have the sun, we have bed, and we have ET. ET means it is not a physical presence. ET also means that somebody is wearing somebody else's ego. So let's say there is a boy from a poverty-ridden background. It's something like the guy who came and rerouted my router with 3 other boys a month before. The girl who was working in my home, who's not the real Mrs. Madhav Reddy. She's one of the 3 shapeshifters connected with SL. He walked onto the floor walking like a dead man called Akhil Gupta, who died, I don't know, I didn't check when. Stood over there like Kira or some later version of Kiran Merchant. Maybe even an earlier version of Kiran Merchant, while they were rerouting the router. Openly, here on this floor. 18th floor. They came down from the 19th floor where there is somebody called Ayush Sharma who has bought a penthouse. When I use the word Ayush Sharma, you don't play sounds from my body. It's not your right. The real Salman Khan has a problem with Arpita, this version that's around now. So don't throw weight around. Also, don't call me Benam simply because I never grabbed like other people. I got what was mine at a time I was a minor. Provided for before the fucking around started. 86, 87, 88 onwards. Alright? So let's keep the bullshit to the minimum because it feels like as if beggars and street urchins are too busy grabbing. And that's not the energy that brought me up. So that energy is not a fit for my environment. Either shape up or ship out because you definitely are not welcome at my home. Did you understand? You need to piss fucking off. Bertila is not my date. Nixie. That girl has got HIV positive. She was being guided by two boys on a bike. Bolte hai her brothers. Telling her to do all the things wrong. है तो convent से. A pretty strict one and for good reasons. So you must be knowing the guy who infected her. He's not supposed to be in his body anymore. He died. But you know who that guy is? One minute. यहाँ पे निक्सी भी है. How we cannot. इधर कहाँ गया है? I don't think neither Nick nor Nikhil nor Nixie. There are three shapeshifters for my cousin, Nikhil Advani. You know, Nikhil Advani's parents are more strict than my parents. He's the only son. He's born 1 year after I was born. Mr. Nikhil Advani, cutie pie that he is, I never got a chance to ever tell him that. He got the police uniform, I got the whistle. It was my thing, but the thing is because he was a smaller baby, they gave him the uniform and left the whistle for me. Right? Now his parents were a lot stricter than mine. I can't see him actually doing this kind of activity. He's a good looking boy. He doesn't need, he's been exposed to everything from the time he's a baby. He's gone to Bishop Cotton School, there's a boys' school, girls' school. Everything's available to him. He doesn't need to come down to these levels. This is what I feel, but I'll let the pendulum talk. The pendulum in the past has said Nikhil Advani is not involved. He's got shapeshifters, 3 of them for him. So Nick, Nixie, Nikhil. Now, how do we understand United Nations over here? I don't know, or maybe Nut. Nut is one version of, I think, my sister Shalina, Madder, who likes to eat nutties. So there is one version who likes Kit Kat, she's cat. Another one who has to eat gems all the time. And a third one who eats nutties all the time. There are 3 different versions in 3 different timelines that I have been witness viewing. I never considered it ever before. My mother was always fond of 5-star when my dad and she were still together in the 70s. But Shalina or Varsha, Geeta Undalani's daughter-in-law, the original calling herself K80, who went to Fort Convent School with me. After that, there is another one who liked only gems in later years, I think post 2006. And I think in the late 90s or maybe 2006 afterwards, there was another girl who liked nutties. But Varsha, the one who went to school with me, both of us used to get Kit Kat. She'd have been in the 3rd standard, I was in the 5th standard. From those days. KAT. We'll ask, okay? Now you understand the shape shifting, how much of a problem it is, and it's not my imagination. It is a real problem because that's only draining the economy and giving you a bubble. इंडियन इकोनॉमी, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमी, एनी इकोनॉमी, ये कार्टेल इतना स्प्रेड हुआ है ऐसे 420 कर्म कर करके फ्रॉम दी 80s कि अभी बोलना क्या है. तो जो दिखता है वो है नहीं और जो है वो दिखाई नहीं देता है, लेकिन दिखाई देना चाहिए इवन इफ इट मीन्स एब्सोल्यूट आई डोंट नो ओवरहॉलिंग. इट्स लाइक फाइंडिंग द नीडल इन द haystack. It has to be done. Okay, let's ask. And if anyone has any personality type different from mine, no, that's a duplicate. In case I'm sent off because we're doing this, I say, how can we explain it? I don't know. But I'm saying it openly on camera. Nobody should be able to sell this house. It has to go to the Shirdi Sai Sansthan. Anybody with any other agenda means they are a duplicate. ये जो घर है 2 BHK का पूर्वा पाम बीच, हमारे चेहरे के ऊपर 80,000 लगा दिया है 94 lakhs पे करके डिमांड ड्राफ्ट कोटक बैंक से. तो आई से व्हेन आई एग्जिट आउट ऑफ हियर दिस अपार्टमेंट हैज़ टू गो वेयर टू द शिरडी साई संस्थान एंड नो बडी एल्स. ओके, nobody else, directly the Shirdi Sai Sansthan, because my mother, my father, my sister, myself, my entire family has been looked after by Shirdi Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Guru Nanak. So the decision is it has to go to Shirdi Sai Baba because that's who my dad believed in. Okay. Okay, Dolly, KAT, are you with me? Okay, JAYA.ADVANI, I just said this house has to go to Shirdi Sai Sansthan from all the Advanis during the 70s. Papa and you are okay with it? It is the right decision. What had been told to me was that this 2 BHK apartment has to go to the Shirdi Sai Sansthan. The 5 Advani brothers and sisters, Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani and Mr. Hukumat Rai Advani, the 5 siblings, that is Miss Kaushalya Advani, Kailash Advani, Kani Advani, Ramesh Advani and Tarachand Advani, and the children that they had. So that's the appropriate decision. Okay, now tell me one thing, are there 3 shapeshifters for Nikhil Advani? Mr. Nikhil Advani, our cousin from the 70s, is he actually a delicate person, a delicate boy? Did these people create confusion on our cousin Nikhil Advani's identity? Is Nick the same as Nikhil Advani mentioned in this throw? Is Nixie the same as Nikhil Advani mentioned in this throw? Nikel is the same, Nikel, or NICEL is the same as Mr. Nikhil Advani from the 1970s? These are three miscreants who have shapeshifted for our cousin Mr. Nikhil Advani from the 70s. To understand Mr. Nikhil Advani's position, is Nikhil Advani alive in his body today? Is he in a physical form today? Is Nikhil Advani free as I am today in some other part of the world? Is Mr. Nikhil Advani openly Mr. Nikhil Advani in some other part of the world where he is legally Mr. Nikhil Ramesh Hukumat Rai Advani? So he is free like I am here in Bangalore? Is he aware of this miscreant deviant behavior of some cheap people from the streets? Do you see this issue being sorted out? The miscreants who have won his ET ego. So one of these miscreants has won wearing Anil Sadrangani's face, Nikhil's ET, where he says, and you thought what can we do? That was Bora Bora restaurant outside in the year 2015-16 sometime. The last that I met, no, not the last, but okay, that was 2015-16. Was that actually Anil Sadrangani's duplicate or Anil Rao's duplicate wearing the ego of Nikhil Advani and showing me a style of talking, saying something but with Nikhil Advani's ego on him? Any of Nick, Nixie, Nikhil, any of them met me as Anil Sadrangani? Did Nick, Nixie, Nikhil meet me as Anil Sadrangani on that day at Bora Bora? The boy who met me at Bora Bora as Anil Sadrangani wearing the ET of Nikhil Advani, my cousin, is known to those people, Nick, Nixie, Nikhil, the duplicates. They're part of the same network. Bora Bora is a lounge restaurant bar which is at DN Road, off DN Road. Is it DN Road or that Veera Desai Road, VD Road, pata nahi kya hai. But it is near, I'll tell you where. What is that industrial estate called? Lakshmi Industrial Estate? Infinity Mall? तो जो लोखंड वाला है ना, अंधेरी लोखंड वाला has all these people working in small screen, big screen. They all are from JVPD onwards, all of them start living because it's close to the studios. So Bora Bora is a lounge restaurant over there. This is where this boy has met me, being Anil Sadrangani, but his behavior was different. The biggest shock is when he is talking like Nikhil. So I say, this is the Anil Sadrangani, no connection with Nikhil, but how he's talking like Nikhil. So I was wondering, that is wearing the ET. That is wearing the ET. The name Nut is for whom? Whoever you indicate as NUT, Nut. The girl is still in her human form? Is Nut still alive? Is it because she insists on eating Nutty's chocolate? Is she that girl? So you're saying that one version of Nixie Nickel, a duplicate of Nikhil Advani, is connected to SKF? One of the 9 who have shapeshifted for Salman Khan? Also bet the girl who has stood in for Shalina, JAYA.ADVANI, she eats nutties? That girl is madder. The girl who eats nutties, the nutties, Cadbury nutties chocolate is madder. She has shapeshifted for Varsha. Varsha, the real JAYA.ADVANI, is K80. You say K80 is in her human form today? Is she in her physical body today? Oh, so you are saying Mr. Salman Khan was murdered in the year 2009? Mr. Salman Khan was murdered in the year 2009, darling. Mr. Kiran Merchant also was murdered in 2009. K80 was involved with Salman Khan from the earlier years. She was put away for 9 years in that Kamote Vichumbe. They did a mass exodus of the key people in the film industry and brought in duplicates for them, most of them from the Middle East and the neighboring countries. All this nonsense started which year? 2005 onwards. By 2009, the Hath Marrowing went to the absolute top stars. So they went for the originals and the shapeshifters, few shapeshifters of the original, and the women of their family, and replicated all of them in 20s and 30s. That's what they did. This is what you're trying to say. So we had star wife staff, Tara and Sara. In short, something happened to somebody's wife, and they did this with many people, and nobody knew better. So do you see the authorities catching the duplicate miscreants, declaring the original stars and their choice of Indian shapeshifters with no desire to cheat anybody? Do you see this thing getting uncovered, and the duplicates who forcefully took those positions from poverty-ridden backgrounds being exposed? Because they've done this in industrial homes also, industrialist homes also. Is it with the idea of making money or of stealing money? Would you call it honestly earning money? Like willful contracts done? Would you call it criminal activity with the idea of greed and grabbing and stealing stuff that is not rightfully to be taken by them? An act of cheap desperation, would you call it that? So do you see the miscreants, even if there are hundreds of them? You see them getting caught, taken in for very heavy questioning, and put away probably for a life sentence if India wants to spend on them. Otherwise, India can decide what it wants to do with them. छात्र चोर को जो जॉब दे दूसरे चोरों को पकड़ने के लिए, लगता है वैसे ही कुछ होगा. But they will not want to work once they have lived for free in industrial homes. जब पैसा इतना easy आ रहा है, काम क्यों करना है? They will not take it. They'll think it is, they call my this home dimes. You know that the maid who comes to my house, they're talking dimes. अब सोचो हाथ कितना मारा होगा कि 1 करोड़ 30 लाख का एक 2 BHK का घर है, उसको भी डाइम्स बोले. Bastard, don't you dare call me Bena. Understood? Bad Nut Nixie, he has shapeshifted for Salman Khan, and this SKF they're saying is run by the duplicates. The real Mr. Salman Khan, they're saying 2009, was unceremoniously removed from his body. The choice of movies also are different. Trigeminal neuralgia जो है वो उसी टाइम पे कर रहा था, लेकिन मूवी तो बन रहा था उस टाइम पे. लेकिन अगर तुम सैटर्न उसका देखे, it is not supportive, just like Cyrus Mistri's Saturn is not supportive. So there is a problem. These people have been pulled off. It is highly illegal. According to my understanding, anyone supporting this kind of activity, no matter who it is, it's bad for them. Anyway, I think it is time to close this now. I need to take a break. Enough for today. We will come back tomorrow. So I'm going to close this session today. I could come back in the evening, just depends how I'm feeling. It is 1 in the afternoon. राहु का दिन तो है ही है. Extra clever, no? Buddha Aditya with Sun and Mercury connected with Rahu. So, depending how I feel, I could return, I may not return. Okay?